Hi, Libra. Did you have a good birthday? Are you having a good now? Well, welcome to the space anyhow. I guess we're gonna... It just sucked me in. So, there are a few little things. Just a minute. Oh, it's a time to go in. Please take some quiet time with yourself. Even just, 10 minutes a day. Take that time. But as much as you can, really, it'll be helpful in your learning process. It's sort of like, I'm almost seeing like when a young boy goes out on his vision quest, What a child is becoming like an adult. There's a part of you, I guess, that's doing that. Or it's going to a new level, right? New stages. And I see of faith. But you have to go in. And be very quiet. Listen. You'll figure out what's true or not. If you have any questions there also. Or how to deal with that which you have to deal with that may not it's like connected but not the same thing. There was another little message that'll come in a while if it's supposed to. Oh my goodness, I just did Pisces and they had the Magician right in the middle. So please feel free to go over. I mean, you're on the same afternoon. So the stars are in the same place. And Libra Pisces is a beautiful lesson. It's a good conversation to have. It's hard, but it's a good conversation to have. We have a lot of Mercury energy here. Just a minute. And nines. Yes, so many 3 9s. Did this happen to you before? Give me a second. I just saw this whole... I don't know what I saw. It was like a river that had a bend in it. Like a river that goes up a mountain. And you have to get to the top of the mountain. And I see that you end up there because you've already... This is that maturity I was talking about. This maturation, it's like a new level, but each level's a little bit higher, so you have this vantage point, right? You have this vantage point, and you are meant to, again, go within because you have to reflect into something of the past, something emotional. Maybe there's a new stage of healing it too, mentally speaking, but it's happening through your body. Huh. Just a second, Libra. One, two, 3 majors. This is the Empress, right? This is one of your cards too. About loving nature, about loving yourself, loving your family, right? Seeing all things as family, right? But also understanding the natural order of nature, right? All things have boundaries and space that is needed. And sometimes actually when things are restricted, some things enjoy that, or it's necessary to grow that, right? Like passion flower is so beautiful and magical, right? But it's a vine that grows deep underneath things. And like the only thing that really pops out is that flower. But it almost has to hide to be able to have what it needs. And I guess this is part of your going in is helpful here. It's like it blossoms something really magical. And it has a lot to do with your faith. It has a lot to do with, maybe you want to come up like, well, what are the traditions that you celebrate, Libra? And I feel like it would be really cool if you like, I don't know, like started, excuse me for the likes. Perhaps you could come up with your own tradition, or your family comes up with their own. I feel like all families have their own little special things too, right? But maybe you come up with one for something that has to do with that which you no longer interact with, but you celebrate it somehow. Your heart is definitely telling you an old story right now. That's why you have to be quiet and listen. But it may not be so literal. It's something of what's happening here. Because I see you already know the truth of the matter. It's just like I heard you have to hear it differently. And then I saw someone like trying to hear something underwater. Justice. What's she with? Patience. And the Empress. Perfect. Perfect. How is your posture right now? Maybe that's a part of it too, is again, I'm seeing a kind of, because there has been a maturation and like a growth in you, you're able to be here now to be patient enough, right? The Empress is so patient. Justice is so patient. So patient. So I see, even when you think that you don't understand, take a couple extra seconds to sit with that. Couple extra minutes, if you have the time. 3 of Swords, yes. Maybe it is 3 minutes. When there's something you don't understand, wait 3 minutes. Seems simple enough. Especially, maybe particularly when it comes to other people. Or remember that there's everybody processes information differently, Libra. Some people are very quick. Some people can have, epiphanies just like that. Some people really don't have them, right? It's all different. And you work quite quickly, but there's these other layers to you that will come to you through you tapping more into Virgo. You know what I mean? Like slowing down the space, because Venus has been going through the Scorpion, and I'm recording this for Scorpio season, and that's a really, really deep conversation and cleansing, you know what I mean, so that something doesn't roll over into this next year, right? Especially those of you that just had your birthday. which I know for most of you probably isn't the most comfortable because it squares Cancer. All right, so you're like, you know, you think you don't deserve things. I mean, you square Cancer anyway. Maybe that's what makes you think you don't deserve certain things, even love sometimes, or comfort, even though you're ruled by Venus, right? To be as soft as you are because you do carry a sword, right? I feel like this is a very Libra card, actually. It's very balanced. There's an awareness of balance in here, so you can actually see, I guess, when you are still for a moment, where the imbalance is, and it's only a mild adjustment. That's what you're doing. It's like going in and like fine-tuning. I heard fine-tuning the carnival ride. 7 of air. Yeah, so that things are in the right place, and the ride is smoother, right? Yes. I actually feel like from now until the middle of December too, or whenever you watch this, I guess it would be about a month and a half, 6 weeks or so. There's a process in there too. What's that about? Let me use all of them. Okay. Patience. Yeah. At very least till the about a month from now till a month, give that a little space and time. See, remember also that your body is a temple, so see that as such. Understand that you're about balance, right? And so whenever you do something, maybe you want to just sort of pay attention. Like you were carrying a lot of things with your left hand. It's like try to make sure you're using both sides. And actually, when Mars was going through your sign, I don't know if it still is right now by the time this is up, but I also realized that that's a pretty hard aspect to have, combination to have. You know, it's I mean, Aries is the head and Libra is about balance, so this is also like, it can cause like a scatteredness, you know, and the pace to wanting to go faster than you even need to. You know what I mean? Yeah, King of Air. And so what have you been learning about your own pace recently? And I feel like air, earth, and fire, you actually or earth and air, you're actually pretty centered on. Fire is a little bit masculine, and the water is a little bit feminine. Like the fire needs to have more water, and the water needs to have more fire. Do you know what I mean? If you take that quiet time, use silence, see silence as creative. See stillness as creative. Try. And then I see you need to bend into a place that you don't really want to go. But I heard you don't have to jump head first into it. And I see Pisces reading again. It has a extra message here. You don't have to jump head first, but it's your process. So just look at it, because you have I guess there's an opening in like a Scorpio's also, I guess, protecting you in a way for you to be able to go into this space because you're their neighbor, so they obviously trust you, you know? So this is giving you an opportunity to be able to confront, well, I don't know, whatever you're trying to confront, your fear, your anger, what have you, like pain, whatever you're wanting to try to figure out how to balance better, right? Your reactions to things even. And again, I see energy. This is going to help your energy so much to like recalibrate you, Libra, because honestly, Mars and Libra, I never really sat with it in the way that I did recently, and it is a hard, and we all had to go through that, you know. So yes, Ace of Fire, it's kind of a draining energy. So I see, make sure you're giving yourself that space so you can settle. And I do feel like you lean into like one side of your body or the other. Most people do. Please pay attention. You know, what is up? What is low? You really can fix something right now. You're working through something that's really, really cool. It has to do with your throat chakra, like your this communication that has to do with a deep emotional place that has so much to do with faith. And I actually see 3rd, 9th house are a part of that. That's the house of the god and the goddess, right? Patience. Yes, patience. And I do see, again, Pisces reading will be helpful for you to understand more. Yes, they had this 5 of Wands as well. That'll give you some extra information. Yeah. I mean, look at the kind of, this is kind of what you're figuring out how to do. I hope you can see that. But it's like you're learning to do it with both sides. You know, maybe that's the thing, is like, Libra, you've been working on like more of one part of one side of you, and it's now you're like coming into the other. Yeah, justice. Good. I love you, Libra. You are last on the roster, which also emphasizes that going within. I didn't realize that till right now. So please take that, because again, I feel like this gives you, it opens up a door. You know, it opens up like a wider expanse for you. Yes, justice. And I guess it seems to be for your greatest good, so that you want to make sure that you are in a good, the part of you as a person are comfortable, you know, in whatever stage that you're at, you know. Because I see this has a lot to do with your future, so maybe that's also where you want to take a little space and time, Scorpio. It's about intimacy, right? And deep connections, soulful connections. So what are you wanting there too, right? I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Any of you are still here. Yep. I'll talk to you next time. Happiest now. Peace out.